Yes, people, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Season 2, episode 5. It's been a while. But we're back.
We're back.
We're back like we never left, man. We got a very, very special guest in today.
Yeah, man. Give it up for Joey Boys
Give
in
it
the
up for
building.
Joey Boy, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming.
Down, bro.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
Yeah, good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for summer? Ready for the summer of music?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I've got a lot in my locker. You know, a lot of unreleased stuff. You know, if I'm ghosting, I'm working. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I'm not posting on socials, that doesn't mean I'm not working. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. Because I think these days people gotta film themselves in the studio.
Everything has to be documented, or it didn't happen, innit?
Yeah. So you don't like to document stuff. You just like to just pop out.
Yeah, man. It's more. I like to. What's the word? I like to. Fucking hell, let me think, bro. What I like to do is how I work, right? I like to take time away for a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have my personal life, live my personal life. You know, not put too much pressure on myself within like the music and that, because I feel like if you put too much pressure on yourself, you're not gonna succeed as well. So
Okay.
I feel like you've got to have a mentality where you can take time away from music and not think like, oh, I'm losing followers or losing monthly listeners or this or that. Like, be consistent to an extent, but, you know, also have that time for yourself where you can take a step back and, you know.
It's hard though, man. It's hard. Like, how did you get to that? How did you balance that? Like, do you not feel guilt?
No, that's the thing. I do, because I have such a passion for music and that's what I want to do. It's my dream, my passion. I do feel guilty because I feel like, you know, I should be providing people with music, people that listen to my music, people that support my music. You know, I feel like I get a sense of like guilt where I should be providing for them, but I'm not, in a sense. And you know, I've just been in a mode at the moment where like I've been up and down, where, you know, I've been trying to find my sound, like, you know what I mean? So I've been trying to be versatile, you know, with like more real rap stuff and then like Afro beats, but then, you know, it's like I'm trying to, you know, branch out to all different genres and, you know, be able to do everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, not rush everything at once, you know, just take it step by step, because I've done my first EP, Visualize the Dream, that come out last year.
How come you chose that title? It's quite deep.
Man, it was basically, I got a tattoo, right?
Yeah.
When I was in Greece one time. And it was my first tattoo I got. Only You Can Visualize the Dream, right? Written on my arm. And, yeah, man, ever since it just stuck with me. And I was like, visualize the dream. It means something to me, you know, something personal to me. So I was like, yeah, man, like.
Shout out H with his new tattoo as well.
Oh yeah, bro. This is different from the last time you lot saw me.
Yeah, man.
Show them the tattoo, man.
Yeah, this is bold. G. It's looking right back at you. Yeah, bro.
Looking like Thanos right now.
Gee, it's still at that like crusty stage in it, but yeah, man, it hurt.
Okay,
I rate it, you know.
I appreciate that, bro.
No, it's a good work of art still.
I appreciate that. Man. Shout out
Because
to
people
Daisy.
get the sculpting.
Yeah,
you
that's
got
the
the
thing.
eye
I
and
didn't
the-
want to like go for the tattoos that everyone else has. Do you know what I mean? The rose or like the fucking compass or the skull fingers necessarily, innit? Just a little bit
makes sense.
different, bro.
But then when you got the visualizer dream, because usually when you said you got a tattoo in Greece, I was thinking it's gonna be like a, you know, like people have a drunken night.
I can't lie,
they
bro.
get-
No, it wasn't.
This was done in Greece. So maybe there's something there,
Yeah,
bro.
man, maybe.
There's
Like,
tacky in it, bro. It's
it was
Nick.
like,
Real
no,
talk.
it was more of a spontaneous thing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I
bro.
wasn't really thinking about it, and then I thought, if I was gonna get a tattoo, what would I get? And then I thought of that, and I was just like, yeah, no, I like that, so I just run with it, and then, yeah, bro, and then it's just branched out to something else, and yeah, man, I've always believed in it. Like, I was, you know, thinking to myself, do I do the same title as like a part 2 of another EP? But I was like, I want to change it up and do something different and come, you know. But yeah, bro, like I was saying, it's just at the moment I'm working on more like Afrobeat sort of stuff for summer. You know, I've got a lot of stuff ready to release, you know, like all like love songs and whatnot, bro. Like just, you know, good vibes for
All
summer,
that
you
good
know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
Yeah, well, we don't want to hear no too
Yeah, man.
depressing stuff in summer. Like,
Yeah,
just
exactly,
lift
bro.
up the
Like,
mood, innit?
yeah, save that for the winter time. But
Literally.
yeah, bro, it's more for me. I'm just trying to get to a point where I'm happy within myself, and like I am proud of myself, because I remember maybe 3 years ago now I come here, and this was the first time I'd come to a studio. I've been writing for a long time, ever since I left school, and then, you know, I never had like the confidence in myself to go and record music, or, you know, I was worried about people judging me and what people are gonna think about me, you know. And then I got to a point where I was like, you know, if I want to do this music thing, I've got to be thick-skinned and, you know, not care about people's opinions. Maybe
something
take people's
happen?
opinions, but, you know, at the same time, also have a mindset where people's opinions don't matter. Like, if people are hating on you, whatever, that gives me more fuel and more energy to,
Yeah.
you know, prove people wrong.
Did something happen for you to think like that, to change that mindset? Or was it just like a
No,
gradual
it was
thing?
just like I knew people doubted at me. People laughed at me when I was like, oh, but they were like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to do music, like, and they're like, you know, like, even my parents, like, they've always been supportive of me, you know, and always said, but they've always had that question of, where are you gonna make money from music? How are you gonna make a living off music?
Yeah.
And it's one of them things, you know, like, it's my dream and my passion, and, you know, it has a split between working a 9 to 5 and then doing a dream and a passion, you know what I mean? Or as people call it, a hobby sometimes, but I don't like to call it a hobby,
Me neither.
because it's my dream and my passion.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
wouldn't want to relate that to a hobby, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, man, like I said, I come in here about 3 years ago with Kyle, big up him. And yeah, man,
Kyle,
he
man.
recorded my first 2 songs, Bon Appetit and Techie, in like one session, like, just got it quickly mixed and mastered. And then yeah, man, I just released it, and that was the first time I dropped a song. And yeah, bro, it was just went from there. And then it got to that point when I released my first song and, you know, got over that first hurdle. I didn't really care about what anyone thought of me. I was just like, I don't know, I just had a thing in my head where I was proud of myself, and that was it. You know what I mean? I didn't care what people thought of me. I didn't care people's opinions. Like, and to be fair, the people that I didn't expect to be supporting me were supporting my music, and it was
Always
mad.
is the
And
way.
like, and then like when I've done pretty well with a few of my songs and that, I got a song called Ibiza that done very well. I think that's sitting on about 70,000 streams, and I had no promo. That was just independent. I've always been independent with my music, like, stuff like that. But yeah, man, that done pretty well. And then, you know, people always like to come back, I feel like. And, you know, I've seen, like, different sides of people just through doing music, you know what I mean? Like, people,
In what way?
yeah, I mean, like, people will shit on you, and am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yeah. People will shit on you and, you know, be like taking the piss or whatnot. Like, especially when I said I was gonna start music, and, you know, then I actually done it and was just like, you know, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna do what I wanna do. And ever since then, it's like I've seen people change towards me, as in a way, like, they were laughed at me at first, and now they've actually seen that I've got a few numbers there or whatever. They wanna, you know, support me.
Yeah.
Now they've seen I've actually done something with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just how it is, bro. But I've met, like, some amazing people through the way, through music, like, very talented artists and producers, and, you know, I'll always be blessed for that. And, you know, I've made some, like, you know, true friendships as well through music. But yeah, man, it's just, I'm focusing right now on making sure my music's, like, quality over quantity. So I'd rather have songs ready to release and make sure I'm happy with every single one,
Yeah.
yeah, and make sure the quality's there and the visuals are there and stuff like that, and invest in myself, and then I can be consistent then. You know what I mean? Because I'm always ready. I've always got something ready to release, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
very, seems to be very strategic.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's
very
gotta be
strategic. Even
done.
how you match your phone case with your coat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, bro. You gotta come with a drip.
Yeah, bro.
I
I was
knew
gonna
that
say
was
the
gonna
image.
come with it.
Yeah, your image is always on point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always is. It always matches up. Like, how is that something that you've always had, or is it like something that you've had to develop now, being an artist, taking this more seriously?
Well, do you know what it is? It's like, it might sound mad, you know, but I used to do like break dancing and like street dancing when I was growing up as a kid.
Interesting.
So I've always had like, I don't know, I've always been interested in like style and like, you know, dressing
It
nice
comes
and
with
cool
it.
or whatever. Yeah, like I've always been like that, and like, you know, I've always liked to dress unique. You know what I mean? I like to stand out and be different, and you know, even people will hate on you for that. You know, because if I wore this coat, people might take the piss out of me for it, but it doesn't bother me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I can wear what I want, I can be who I want, I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And that's how I've always been. But it was like,
Where is that quote from? Well, you don't want to give up.
this is Unknown London.
No,
you know
I've
that
heard of
brand?
this. No, I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, no, it's hard, bro. But yeah, no, they're a sick brand, to be fair. They're doing pretty well at the moment. But yeah, man. So yeah, no, I've always been colour coordinated. I like to, you know, dress well. I feel like, as well, having an image and having a good dress sense and being an influence to people, and especially younger generation. You see like people like Central C.
I was gonna mention.
Yeah, he's a massive influence on like kids nowadays. You see kids in tech fleeces, all sorts, bro. Like people like that have such a big influence on younger people, and you know, it has positives and negatives, because there's a lot of people, you know, you've probably heard this debate before, but it's like people say, oh, because of drill, kids are getting into all this mess and stuff like that. You can't blame music, bro. It's music at the end of the day. You can't blame the artists.
I feel like
You
you
know what I
can
mean?
blame. There's some sort of blame though. Do
There
you
is
know what I
some
mean?
level, yeah.
I just don't think it's the whole blame. I think it's.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there is like movies as well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That influence as well. But it's a weird one, because if I'm on road and then someone is like, someone from an area I don't get along with is dissing me or dissing my dead friend, I could have even more incentive to go do something
I hear
Yeah.
that.
because of I've heard that song, and now I'm seeing like little country kids like doing TikToks to like a song about my death, so I
Yeah.
can see how it can influence from
It
there.
definitely can, man. Like, it
Yeah.
might not. I can listen to a drill song and I might not go and do a madness, but I'm already in a bit more of a negative headspace, and
Yeah.
just listen to drill than I am.
I do agree with what you're saying there. I
And then
do.
it's like, also, you see like back in the day with like there'll be like gang wars from the beginning of time or whatever, but it's like there might be certain things like maybe don't hit the person's mum or leave.
Yeah.
But then seeing certain songs, I don't care, anyone over there's getting slapped. You know what I'm saying? And that's the culture that's encouraged in the music.
man.
I might not come from the music, but it's definitely encouraged. And I feel like when you hear these mad cases on the news, like, we done what? Like, it's not just because, oh, him and him had a problem. Now it's just madness. It's like, oh yeah, she got hit with him. So I'm like, rotted. Like, do you know what I mean? So some things changed. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do agree. It's not just like, that's not the sole blame. It's such a big issue. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But yeah, we were talking about influence and stuff like that. So who would you say is an influence on you,
Influence on me,
music wise though?
bro. That's a tough one. You know, I've got a lot of people who I've grown up listening to. So it might shock you actually a little bit. Chris Brown.
I just listened to his album on the way
was a
here.
massive influence to me growing up. Tiger as well.
Interesting.
Oh, really on that.
Yeah, man. I used to. Those were
Party,
the two.
man.
Like, I used to listen to a lot of American hip hop growing up. Just, you know, like pop music. Like, that was what I grew up on, really. And you know, yeah, I was brought into, like, do you know ska music?
Scars in from Jamaica.
That's in like it's that music I grew up on as well.
My granddad loves that.
That was like a big thing with my childhood.
Is that from your parents? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was from my parents.
Yeah.
You know, reggae, everything like that. Yeah, man. It was like that's what I grew up listening to anyway. But
How
yeah,
about when you
now
got into school, like say like year 11 and that, like what were you listening to?
yeah, I feel like more that time it was more just, you know, your average rappers. So I would say like more like UK rap. Dave is a big one, obviously. There's, I would say people like Lowski. I used to listen to more upcoming artists back then because my boy NSJ Mali.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah. Cold.
Yeah, nah, he's hard, bro.
Has he retired?
Oh, bro. Man, you gotta start making music again, bro. But nah.
I thought he said he retired.
He I don't know, bro. He just, you know, he's hard. He's got the potential.
Cold.
There, but,
He reminded me of
you know.
Dave when he first started emerging.
yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I think Dave noticed him. Dave follows him on Instagram.
Okay.
But, yeah, bro, nice. It's mad because some people have so much potential, and it's crazy how people have different views on the music industry. And I can see how the music industry, in my opinion, is slowly declining a little bit, especially the rap. Yeah, like people are trying to be like different, and I do get that. You know, you've got to be different and unique in this industry as it is to stand out. You know. But then there's a lot of the things where people hate TikTok rappers and say that they've ruined music and stuff like that. Like I see it to an extent. I do get why people see it like that. But also I feel like they've brought a new life to music as well. Like you see people like Nems, yeah, he's come up through TikTok realistically, from one song that blew up, and now look at him, he's like doing bits, bro, like being noticed by like Drake and people like that, you know what I mean? So it's like TikTok can work, you know, and do well. You know, I've gained quite a good following on TikTok, just through posting music and that. But with TikTok, I feel like you've got to be consistent with it. You've got to be posting every single day to make sure you're getting the views. Like you can't lack on TikTok. Bro.
I think TikTok, when I see artists on there, it does seem like a very big music advertising database. Because people be doing these things that will be like, do you think the UK is ready for my music? And then they will drop their song.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah,
but I don't really like
a lot of
that,
upcoming artists do.
Yeah, but I know you gotta stand up, but I don't really like with that because it's like I want to just take it in for what it is. I don't really like the whole distraction, like, oh, I'm bringing this back, or I'm the next this guy. Like,
I hear it.
like,
just release the music.
Just release the music.
Yeah. If that's like, let that be my decision as a listener. Innit?
Thank you. It's like, don't hold my hand and make me listen to something.
Tell me what to believe.
Yeah,
about
I don't like that. But maybe for the younger generation, they like that. But I don't like that personally.
Nah, that's the thing. You just put it in a different perspective for me. You saying that because as an artist, I don't see it like that. Like you just said that as a listener, you should have your own opinion on it.
I want to come to like
exactly.
terms
and
of
I think you're right.
what
there,
I think
you know?
about you. And
I think you have got a point where like I don't know. A lot of artists, like if a song does blow up on TikTok, majority of the time they long it out for months or weeks.
They'll just keep posting the same song for ages.
I'm thinking, I don't know you, innit? So it's like, if I just drop your song and then if it picks up after, it picks up after.
Exactly.
But don't be teasing me like you're Rihanna.
Yeah,
and like,
I hear you.
And then I must now wait for you. I don't know, you're not waiting for you. Do you understand?
I hear it.
But it's like, if you're just dropping music, because I feel like if you're upcoming now, I think the way to stand out is just be dropping, like actually dropping, not the teasing thing. Like, just dropping, like no foreplay. You understand? But it's hard to stand out.
Well, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Obviously, I understand in it because this happens where you create something, tease it, and it doesn't end up coming out, or something happens, and it's fine. But I hate that so much, man. Especially when I've heard something I really like, and then it's like, oh, when's this coming out? Oh, bro. It's,
you want race preview something this week, and I'm waiting till I'm playing it 20 seconds in. But
literally.
I just feel like there's that, but I also think for the younger generation, like I'm talking about under 10, like under 15, it's like the way they've grown up now, everything's on tap, everything's there. So I think they don't mind probably someone saying, "Oh, if you like this, then you'll love this," and it's like they don't mind that because they don't want to think for themselves. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, not all of them, but I'm saying like they're probably used to just not having to just use their brain as much as say, I'm 99, I'm born in 99. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not old, but it's like I can remember life before. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can get with searching for things and waiting for things and stuff like that. You know, I'm used to watching adverts with no rewind and skip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a different generation.
Yeah, no, it is definitely like I feel like you see a lot, majority of kids, my nieces, nephews, whatever, always on their like iPads and that. And I feel like for me, in my opinion, if you know I have kids in the future one day, I wouldn't want my child to be around that. I would rather teach them a skill or you know something like that at a young age, so they can always you know.
What music would you show them? Like, is there music that you wouldn't show them?
No, to be fair, I feel like I would let them find their own sound of music, because I wouldn't want to force something on someone. I feel like just give someone freedom and they'll eventually pick up something. You know what I mean? And I hope one day, like my kids will like my music. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like pass it down generations and like you know, that's the end goal is just to, you know, build a legacy and you know, bro, like. That's it, man.
That's why you want to be independent, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. I've had opportunities with people and people contacting me, you know, wanted to manage me and things like that. But it's like, they're wanting me to sign, like, 5-year contracts and stuff like that. And it's like, for me, as a young artist, I'd rather stay independent and not sign my life away. You know what I mean? And then you're locked in for a long time with someone. And I feel like for me,
got 10 album deals as well. Like 10 album
that's ridiculous.
No, so
YoungBoy had.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm just that's it really. But going back to like the social media aspect, I feel like the algorithm of things, especially on there, like Instagram, you could have a post that could get like thousands of likes, but then you could get a post that could get 20 likes the next day. It's crazy how things can just change so quick on social media 100%. If you're not consistent. Like, you know what I mean? And it's all about posting at the right times as well. Like, I've found when to post and when does best for me over the years, and I've learnt things like that over the years. But, you know, it's like a lot of the thing now, I feel like if you want your music to do well, you've just got to put loads of money into promoting it, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is how you're gonna do well.
Yeah.
You find that sad
investing in yourself.
Where it's like
it is, bro.
Crack an algorithm to actually like make it rather than just be good and you do a bit of marketing and like, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Do you find that sad?
But no, I wouldn't say I find it sad. I think it's just the game, bro. You just gotta like charge it to the game, bro. But that's what it is, isn't it? You can't change how things are. You just got to run with it, how things are given to you, and then you've just got to work with what you've got. Because I feel like, you know, that's all you can do as an artist. There's nothing else you can really do unless you got a £1 million label behind you, paying for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as an independent artist, it's a lot harder to come up in this industry. But it's all about, I would say, I think is a big thing is people you know as well.
100%.
In this industry, because
100%.
I feel like, I don't know, I've been travelling a lot recently. I'm going like to a lot of places around the world, and I feel like...
Where you been?
I've been to Greece, I've been to Spain, I've been to America. I want to go to Thailand. It's a place I want to go. But just in general, right, I feel like going to them sort of places, it just gives me a whole different perspective and outlook on the world. Like, I come back to the UK, I feel like so many people are miserable here. Like, everyone's circle is so tight, yeah? You can't just go into, like, any place and speak to someone and, you know, you just won't... No one accepts you into their group, and I get it. Yeah, I do get that to an extent, but I feel like no one's friendly in the UK. Everyone's always moody, or you know. And when you go out in places like that, everyone's on good vibes and that. You know? Like everyone is like chatty and, you know, would want to get to know you. And I feel like that is another thing where just being in the UK can just make you depressed, bro.
Definitely, bro.
And I feel like if you go out and explore, you know, if anyone ever gets the opportunity to just go and do it, bro, I'd just say go and do it and break the loop and just, you know, even if you work abroad, bro.
It's true.
It's true, man. That's a very good way to put it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just, it's weird because I feel like, I don't know, in the summer, UK is different. I feel like people are on better vibes, but as soon as the sun's not there...
London in the summer's lit.
It's just like, I don't know, that's just how I see it anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't go to a public place and like, you try and speak to people and like, you know, just make conversation, but no one wants to know.
No one wants to chat to you, bro. In this country, I've clocked it. Like, people are only compelled to like expand their circle and make new friends when it's time to like, I don't know, you start a new job or you just start university, and it's like, on the first day of uni, it's like, I have to make friends. Like, do you know what I mean? People are only compelled to actually network then when it benefits them. But then when it's like, oh, now I've got my circle of friends, I don't need to speak to anyone else. I'm good with the same 3 people that I know. Like,
it's different mentality, especially like London, where we're from. Like, yeah, but you know what it is? Sometimes it's like you got to develop some like trait of minding your business to like, because London's so like, so much madness can happen.
But
it's
I
like,
hate
when
that,
you mind
man.
your business, you stay out. I'm not saying it's right.
It's peaceful, but at the same time,
you have to adapt sometimes. It's like, you know what? This crackers moving imagine, like, they just mind my business, I don't want no interaction.
Yeah, crackers fine, but when it's like other normal people, like going to a shop and just having a normal like chat with the person behind the till, or like, just, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
People
no,
don't
as
do
a
that in
human,
London,
we're social creatures, isn't it? We need to do that. And I feel like it's not natural where we live in societies where we can't even just socialise without
It's
feeling
looked
like we're
down
being
on.
judged or that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're wet for doing so.
Yeah, it's interesting, that one still. But so when you're travelling and that, is part of the reason to have different perspectives to like put in your music.
That's just what I was going to speak about. Like, how, say that I'm abroad or something, I have such a wider range and more creative mind to write about things.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just be walking down the street if I'm in a foreign country with my headphones on or whatever, and I'll just come up with something in my head. Like, I'll see something and I'll be like, I'll write that down. And then you build them things together and then you can make a song. That's how I normally write my lyrics anyway. Like, and I feel like I'm more in a positive mindset as well when I'm out in them places, because people are happy. Like, you're around a positive, you know, area, and, you know, I feel like with the UK, I would say, like, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could. I couldn't walk down the street and, like, you know, just look at something and be like, you know, and if it was to write about something, it would be like depressing, probably.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be real.
Some
like,
negative shit.
It would probably be something like that. And like, when you're out there, you've always got positive things to write about. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I kind of write my music. And sometimes I think a lot of artists will be able to relate. Something called writer's block. Yeah. So sometimes your mind will just go blank and you just can't think of nothing. And I feel like the way I deal with things like that, I'll just, you know, go and listen to an artist and get an influence from them, or an idea of what they're talking about, and then I'll be like, you know what, you know, it helps me have a more creative mind because I'm listening to other people's lyrics and deep in other people's lyrics, and then you're like, yeah, no, and then you kind of get like, you know, you relate it to yourself, and then you kind of come up with something yourself from it, you know what I mean? Or just have a nap. Simple as that. Sometimes I just have a nap, wake up, and then I'm like, right, I'm fine. And then, or I just be laying there and I just be like, right, I'll think of something now. Like, yeah, man, it's just like that, bro.
You know, I've been thinking as well, like, sometimes it's about even what you're eating.
100%.
I've been trying to eat more fruit and that.
Shout out to Eddie Abu, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're eating certain things, I'm not a health guru just yet, but I just notice when I eat certain things, I feel a bit more fresh than that. You're eating all this heavy
I like ultra processed foods, bro.
Yeah, it's mental, fam. Like, it's not. I was realising, so some of these places that you're going, you probably get natural food that maybe not America as much, but
definitely.
It's definitely different out in them sort of places. I'll be real, like, you know.
In Asia,
sometimes I
well.
do just miss like a UK Mackey's. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's just one of them
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like,
I
sometimes
try
you just
McDonald's
miss
everywhere I
hope.
go though.
Is it?
Everywhere I go, yeah. Because
'Cause
McDonald's
it's
in
different
UK is the
everywhere.
worst, you know, out of all of them. If you try
You
it,
reckon?
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like abroad they've got a more variety of stuff. You know what I mean? They've definitely got more on the menu. But
Defo, bro. They've got like eggs
no, but like
Benedict on like
the
the
meat,
Yeah,
the meat
I
is
see that.
cooked
Portugal one.
in a certain way. When I went to Portugal, McDonald's and that, I thought I was at like flipping like GBK or something. Fam. Like that was like proper burgers. With
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But in England, now you just have this slimy beef.
But it just
burger
screams
and-
England though, isn't it? It's
Obviously,
just
you
so
still
like
eat
quick,
it when
quick,
you're
quick.
used to it,
Yeah.
but like when you try to bet on that, it's mad.
It's all the self-service things. Just don't speak to me. Just order your food and get out, kind of thing. And it's very uninviting.
I'm on all that. Though.
Oh, I do that. Yeah.
But when I'm in my shops, this is where I have to separate from the be social and that. Just let me do my
Sometimes,
things.
yeah. I'm not necessarily. I'm
all
not
that-
speaking to you
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're in a hurry. It's just beeping noises.
That's
Beep,
another
beep,
thing.
beep.
London, everyone got somewhere to be. Like some guy even today just getting here like, he wanted to stop me to do some charity thing. I had a train to catch. And there's many people in the same position as me. I've got a train to catch. I can't stop. And if I miss the train, now I'm in a bad mood and I'm
Yeah.
coming here all huffing and puffing and whatnot. You understand? So yeah. Nah, man, it's good though, man. It's good. It seems like you don't do nothing for no reason. That's what I've got from this conversation.
yeah, no,
Do you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Which is
Like,
good.
I feel like all of my music now has a meaning to it.
Yeah.
It's got a story behind it. Every single song I write, like
Nice.
it's always got something that people are gonna relate to. So that's the aim anyway. I want people to be able to listen to my music and like relate on a level. Like when I come on here today, I wanted to talk openly and be like, people can watch this, like people that support me, whatever, and then they can, get to know me a little bit more if they don't know me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of artists, they can, so listeners can relate through lyrics. That's the only sort of thing you can relate to an artist when you're listening to their music. But with a podcast, you're talking,
Yeah.
and people are getting to know you more. So like more about your personal life, more about you as a person.
It's very important.
Do you know what I mean?
it's
very,
definitely
very
given
important.
It's good to give people an image of, yourself and a true image of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because I feel like artists can make themselves look such a different person just through songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Definitely.
sometimes not even humanize themselves too much. I think certain artists don't need humanizing for their brand, but I feel like other artists, I feel like need humanizing as well.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of getting to know you more, what's like a music hot take of yours that people be like, ooh, I don't know about that one, Joey. Like, what's something that you think about music that's like, I'm sticking with this. I don't care if anyone's against me. Like, this album was crap. What?
Yeah, the hill you're willing to die on.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's nasty.
I feel like you got a lot. I do feel like you just give me that vibe. Like you just got a hella controversial take.
I hear it.
No, do you know what it is? Let me think about that because there's a few things, but I'm not a hater. You know what I
No,
mean?
not to hate, but just
I'm
like,
not a hater.
just talk about the art in it.
But I just feel like I mentioned earlier, the music scene is going downhill. I feel like people are copying too many other artists. They're following the trends. To try and like fit in that category of like TikTok rapper or whatever, and like the tech fleece thing's getting a little bit washed now. I feel like everyone's swearing tech fleece, but then again, Central C, he's like the people say he's king of tech fleece and that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like tech fleece has got such a huge, fan base, you could say.
Guys were
You know what I
wearing
mean?
red and orange tech fleeces before Central. So that
Yeah,
gave it a bit
that's
of
true.
life.
Yeah, the
Like,
blue
even
one.
I went through a stage where I was wearing tech fleeces like every day, bro. I was just like,
They're comfy.
it is
Never owned one,
comfy.
man.
I've got
I've got
nothing
one
against
last
it,
week.
yeah. I've got nothing against it, but it's just like, I feel like people should be different. Come with your own drip. Be unique, stand out, you know what I mean?
But don't you think, like, I get it for like videos and just events, but on a day to day, that some people just want to just cut through and just wear black and
I hear
swear.
that. On a day to day, I think I'd normally just wear like a trackie, like a normal trackie, or just some cargo, like just something casual. I never go out like mad every day, but like I like to dress up, be color coordinated, like feel good about myself. You know what I mean? Like that's how I've always been. But
Yeah, that's you.
you know what I mean, bro? But,
No, it's true. I mean, it's like when I see like videos of someone that's new artists and stuff, they're just wearing the same thing that everyone else is.
That everyone else, yeah,
it's not drawing me to just click on through the thumbnail. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's the thing though. I feel like I was saying, say that you're wearing like a jacket, something like, say like something like this in a video, like a promo video or whatever. People are gonna be commenting, "Where's that jacket from?"
It's eye catching.
You know what I mean? That's what you're hooking people on. You got to think out the box and be like, I need to do a promo video for my music, but I need something that's eye catching in there or something unique that people are gonna talk about. Because why would like you just wear a tech fleece, whatever, just grey tech fleece spitting into a camera, and then people are gonna be bored. You know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway. Like, if you're wearing something that's, like, appealing to the eye and people are like, you know, this is hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I said, I don't really care what people think, but then also it comes to a point where you've got to care what people think to an extent because you've got to build an image for yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people see me. You know what I mean? I don't know how people see me, like, that don't know me personally at all, how they see me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, man, I just... Have you never deeped that? Like, even not being an artist, just how people see you that don't know you personally.
Yeah,
maybe just
you will never know,
media.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting how people... So people might get a different opinion of you to one person, or...
Exactly.
Your mum might know you for this, but then no one will know you for that. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's interesting, innit? You could be in a room, like, same way I'm in a room now with all of you lot, but then everyone is perceiving me differently, and everyone has different opinions of me. It's the same way, you know. It's
and sometimes based on what they've been through.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's true, bro.
If I've been through something where it's like a quiet person is someone that's sneaky in that, then because that's how I've been done before. Then I might come into a quiet person in the room and think, what's this guy doing? But then, like, some people just see, oh, he's just probably more reserved. He's like my brother. So, I guess people have different experiences how they prove people. Anyway, that got deep.
But no, man. All right, before we wrap this up, bro, I wanted to chat about the who holds weight thing, innit? That was sick.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah, no, big up Mike's every time as well.
Yeah, man. Big up Mike's, man.
Yeah, man, that's like, you know, I was getting a few messages from him, like, a while back now, and he was like, oh, you can come perform and that, and I was like, yeah, no, say no more. And then I performed for the first time a few months ago now, last year really, I think it was like December.
First ever performance?
Yeah, first ever performance, like, properly. And then, yeah, man, it was pretty mad. I didn't even realise that like it was a competition thing, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then I just won and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. But no, it was hard. It was like, that's the thing, like, it's always good to meet up with other artists and like network with people.
Definitely, that was a good night.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and you know, that's the thing, like, I'm trying to branch out and do all different things and, you know, meet different people because I'm always up in London a lot now. You know, working with artists and producers like that I've built like a real connection with and that know me. So it's like I've got a lot of unreleased songs now that's like more just deeper sort of stuff, like things that people can relate to, so like relationship, like breakups and things like that, you know what I mean? And I feel like I want to put a vulnerable side out as well, and like I'm not afraid to do that. A lot of artists are afraid to put a vulnerable side and make them,
you know, makes them appear weak.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I'm not scared to like show that you can talk about your feelings through music, and you know, because that's what I do. I'd rather, instead of go to a therapist and talk about my feelings, I'd rather put it into lyrics, and that's what helps me get through things and that. And like if I'm having a bad day, I'll just, you know, write some lyrics down about how I feel, and then it's from the heart as well.
Yeah.
So, and there's you just know that. I know definitely there's going to be someone out there that's going to relate to it. You know what I mean? And that's where you get people like, you know, I like this guy, like I can relate to his music, and that's when you get supporters that are like loyal.
That's when you get like the loyal supporters, isn't it? Yeah.
So 100%. That's what I'm trying to do, bro. But yeah, that'll come later on. But yeah, summer first. Get summer out the way. So stay tuned, you lot. And then yeah, man, I'm just working on Afro beats and that now. So yeah, bro.
No, making sense.
Getting
You might
ready
have to
for the
go
summer, man.
Africa, brother, and just
Yeah,
feel
no,
the,
definitely.
feel the
Bro,
energy.
that'd be hard.
Feel the energy
That
and
would be
just
hard.
come back with
Shoot a
some
little mid.
inspiration.
Come back with
Video,
lots of
something.
inspiration, man.
Literally, bro.
That'd be hard.
Alright, last question I'll ask you, like, have you got a bar that's giving you goosebumps? And if so, like, what's the bar?
Alright, that's a good question, you know.
It could be your own.
No, I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's your own. Your own.
my
So your
own
fans
bar.
know, like, yeah, this is what I was.
Let me have a quick look, bro, at my bars. I've written some deep stuff, you know. Recently, I'm not gonna lie. I would say Now that's a hard one, bro. I'm trying to think because if you're talking like that's giving me goosebumps, it'll be something that I've spoke about more like, you know, deep sort of
proper
stuff. You know
personal
what I
shit.
mean? Like personal shit. And
Yeah.
I'd say, I don't know, bro. I'd say I don't know, bro. I'll be real. Just stay tuned for my music, innit?
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
And just wait for it, bro. And I've got, you know, I can't wait to just put my music out there and, you know, people be able to relate to me. And that's the goal anyway. I just want people to be able to listen to my music and be like, you know, I feel this. Like,
hear it,
even if
yeah.
they can't relate to it, they just like, I feel this. Like
real.
this is like hard.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
No,
Just
it's real.
but yeah, I appreciate you boys having
No,
me.
man, I appreciate for coming. I think if I didn't listen to you beforehand, I'd be very intrigued after this interview.
Yeah,
so,
no, definitely,
big up
bro. I
yourself,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah, shout out your socials and yeah.
Yeah, man. At JXEYBOY, Instagram, basically all socials at JXEYBOY. But yeah, yeah, man. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man. You
having
lot
me.
know about Nothing But Music Pod on Instagram, Hussein.ma, blog by Benzo.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Visualize
that's
a dream, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Everyone.
visualize a dream.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it,
I want
man.
to say one last thing. Yeah, that's always stuck with me, a quote, yeah.
Go on.
It's... Oh my God, bro, what the fuck? Wait there, I had it in my head earlier, I want to say it. I heard a
I hear
quote
it, bro.
I was
once,
waiting
yeah.
for the haymaker. I can't lie.
Alright, here it is. Here it is. This quote, yeah, I heard. Yeah, and it's always inspired me, and I've always thought about it. It's not about where you are; it's about where you're heading.
No, fact.
So I feel like, you know, no matter where you are now, you know, if you're in like a dark place in life or whatever, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I know that's hella cliche to say, but you know, I feel like it's about where you're heading. You know what I mean? I've always believed that, and that's what's kept me pushing, bro.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Just knowing that you're destined for greater and just thinking, you know what?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Alright, bro, JXEYBOY, thank you for coming down, bro. It's a good episode, man.
love.
See you lot next week, man.